Welcome everyone to the official pre-match press conference as the CommBank Matildas prepare to take on Panama tomorrow at Bunbury's Hands Oval. Kickoff is at 2:30 p.m. For the press conference, we have CommBank Matildas head coach Joe Montemurro. Kick it off.
Joe, how's this week of training been in terms of integrating some of the new arrivals into camp?
Yeah, positive. Obviously, we've kept the intensity high. So, if I were to be brutally honest, there's a few sore bodies in there, but we have to send that message to make sure that this is the level we need to be training at, and this is the level they need to take away from the national team. But everyone's been great. Even the integration of the young kids, as you said, has been fantastic with a few of these, I suppose, more experienced players. But we've seen a lot of talent, and I'm looking forward to the next two games.
Bunbury, obviously, first time the Matildas have played there. It's not a place that many of the squad have ever played, given it hasn't been 2 A-League women's games down there. Have you spoken a bit about that? About this is a fresh location and the importance of putting on a show for the regional town?
I think you've ended it on the right note. It's putting on a show, and it's great that the game is being spread to some regional areas, if you want to say that. I just worked out that it's south of Perth. I thought it was always north of Perth. So it's a new one for me too. But look, the more we can spread the game to other areas, I think it's really positive. And look, I'm looking forward to it because we'll start to see a couple of the young players being given some opportunities.
How this block of games has been an opportunity for you to look ahead to the Asian Cup and expose some fringe players to international soccer. How have you seen that halfway through these 4 games so far?
Well, first of all, there's no fringe players. Everyone's up for an opportunity, and that's really important. It's really important to send that message, and that's what this camp has been really I think important from a perspective of A, looking at a lot of players, but B, putting in some ideas. And the more players we can have a look at, the better it's been. And look, it's a matter of now just giving them the base and the understanding of, okay, well, to be a Matilda, these are the 3 or 4 key things that we need, and giving them opportunities in real scenarios, and it's been the perfect camp for that. Yeah.
The high possession game that you want to instill, how are you seeing that being adopted by the playing group? Obviously the win and then the draw, and then how are you feeling now that they're starting to adopt your preferred style?
Well, I'll be even a little bit more sort of basic about it and say that I think all players want to keep the ball. We want to have the ball. So for me, it's been quite an easy integration in terms of selling that message. There's always going to be some teething problems, and we saw the change from game 1 to game 2 in terms of the timing and the understanding of when and where. But look, it's all part of us wanting to be a top team, and we need to keep the ball more. I'll keep sending this message. We need to be comfortable with the ball under pressure. We need to be comfortable retaining the ball, and that's going to come with a bit of hard learning processes and mistakes. It's going to come with that. But for us to be the best that we can be, we have to be able to hold the ball under pressure and keep it under pressure, and the players have brought into it.
So what do you want to see tomorrow against Panama?
I hope we continue in the same sort of scenario. A different team, Panama. They will not be pressing us all over the pitch like Slovenia. So I expect we'll probably have more opportunities to prepare situations. But there's going to be a lot of changes. So probably a little bit of a hiccup in continuity. I don't think it's going to be as continuous from game 1 to game 2, keeping the same sort of scenario in game 3. There will be a lot of changes. But I hope to see the same sort of patterns and the same sort of, game approach.
Several of your players will be heading onwards after tomorrow's game in Bunbury.
Yep.
What do you hope that they take away, and are you giving everyone some homework to take with them?
Yeah, the homework has not been so much, leaving them with a dossier or a book. It's been more an attitude, and now they all understand what a training tempo at world class needs to be, so they'll feel it, and more importantly, what what are the 3 or 4 key sort of scenarios with the ball and without the ball to take away. And they're things that, you know, I've said this before, I think whether the club that they go to plays a different system or a different style, they personally, as a player, can improve with the messages, with the principles that we bring. We know that are going to be the base of us being a top team. And they can do it for their own personal development. So coming back into camp, there'll be some things that we don't have to go over. That'll just be a staple sort of understanding.
In a week from now, what do you hope the squad as a whole takes away from being able to spend 3 weeks mostly together?
I think the biggest thing is a belief that you know, we can be a top team, that we you know, we're in the right direction leading into a major tournament. And I think a lot of them, you know, I hope that they walk away waiting for the next camp, because it's been a good camp and they've learnt a lot and they've had a lot of fun. So the reality is that I want it to be the best place in the world when they do come back to camp. I want it to be a place where they feel that they can be the best that they can be, and obviously the honour of representing their country.
Joey, just specifically on Jacinta Galabadarucci, you coached her at Melbourne City in 2016. How do you rate her growth since then, and do you liken her to the likes of Lisa Devana in terms of her style of player and I guess her abilities up front?
Well said, because it's a difficult one to say, her second name, so well done on that one. Well done on that one. Yeah, you did. You practiced that, didn't you, before you came here? Because you're not going to get me to say it. So, look, Jacinta is a talent. She's been a talent, and you know, I think I gave her first A-League opportunity at 15 or 16 at Melbourne City. And I think sometimes the path has probably directed her in different areas. She hasn't found a clear sort of process of you know, getting to where she needs to get. But she seems to have stabilised now, and she seems to have a really mature understanding of what a professional footballer needs to be. And I hope to give her some good opportunities, and you know, we'll monitor her, because she's going to be a player for the future.
And the Tillies have been looking for someone to sort of complement Sam Kerr up front. She's played with Sam Kerr back in the junior days, and they've linked up pretty well. Do you see her as a good fit up front when Kerr's back on?
Yeah, look, I mean, she's probably not a more a higher midfielder, a higher attacker. She's probably more a one who wants to be involved, working in between lines. But her movement's intelligent, her ability to find space is intelligent, and she's comfortable on the ball. So all those I suppose you know, things that she acquired, or those talent, those little things that she has are going to be very important going forward. So, you know, she's one that we're really keen for the future to see how she develops. Yeah.
Have you settled on an 11 for tomorrow, and are you able to?
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm not going to know. No. There will be changes. There will be changes. As we alluded to before, there is a real purpose in this camp to make sure that we give many opportunities. We look at different combinations. We look at some different ideas. So we create a big base of information, knowing where we can go forward. So it is an important camp from that perspective.
What are the threats that Panama offer? You said that they probably won't press as much as Slovenia. So what do you expect from them?
They play with a lot of width. So if we allow them to play through and expose us out wide, they could be a threat. They have some talented players. They have some players who are you know, very good in tight areas. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game for us, because obviously continuity, new starting lineup. So it will be tough. It will be tough. But you know, I think the work that we've done this week complements you know, the approach for the game.
Fantastic. Thanks, everyone.
All good, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you again. All the best.